With F.D. Mistry, we learned the doctrinal portions of OSP on regular basis. Um, I attended the classes starting from 1964 to 1974-75 when I went to the United States, and at about that time Mr. Mistry stopped his classes. He he gave me the book OSP, which in those days cost me about 11-12 rupees he took from me. I was fortunate to inherit another one copy of OSP from my Scoutmaster Mr. K.C. Tata. He was ill recently, and I went to his house to inquire about his health and to give him little company. And at that time, he asked his daughter to open one of the cupboards and take out a book from inside. And she brought the book out, and I saw that that book was OSP. So my Scoutmaster Mr. K.C. Tata took that book and he gave it to me. I said, "But Tata sir, I have this book with me." He says, "Yeah, it is all right, but it is lying at my house. It has been lying for years together. It has never been opened. I don't read it, and I don't see a better person than you to have this book and do whatever you want to do with it." So I felt very glad with that. Now I have one book. Mr. Mistry, when he used to conduct classes, he had about 8 to 10 books, and every person was given a book to open on a particular page, and then all of us would he would read, and some of us would ask questions, and he would elaborate on some of the things that we read. Now, by doctrinal portion of OSP, I mean the book of inspiration, a book on discipline, and one book on inspiration, discipline, and a book on judgment. Mr. Mistry had a very deep study into OSP, and we were very fortunate that we had that ready-made self-digested knowledge of Mistry sir, which he passed on to us. I have read OSP several times, and my OSP book is has a lot of other additional pages where I have taken my own notes, and lately during the last 2-3 years I found it necessary to put my knowledge into PowerPoint presentations, which I have made careful attempts and made a proper presentation out of it, so that people don't have to go through every page of book to read. And my study is to familiarize people with what OSP is. Most people don't know about it, and that is why it never became popular. I have attended lot of discourses on various kind of religious teachings on Gita and all other self-help kind of workshops. I do hold creativity workshops myself, where a lot of what I'm talking about now, I pass on to others. But what happened, what has been not propounded and or not known to other people is the philosophy behind OSP, and none of the people who come to give discourses know anything about it. I have read and I have also attended a couple of classes by Osho, Rajneesh, and by J. Krishnamurti, and all his books. None of those books have the following of the spiritual principles that OSP has propounded. And I was searching and I was looking for people who have been exposed to OSP so that I could start at least classes meeting once in a week, so that we can elaborate on the knowledge which OSP has a treasure of, so that people start knowing about it. In my own way, all people who come in contact with me on business as well as at friendship level, I am a little different from most of them, because most of them follow the dogmatic principles that any conventional religious belief propounds. But that is not how I look at it in that way. A lot of people have beliefs which are like blind faith or superstition, or belief in astrological predictions, or God's secret hand bringing in misfortune for you. So I never believed in those aspects, and I never recommend it. And as a result, I stand out from a lot of my friends who do certain things at certain times, or looking at newspapers and trying to find out that today is not an auspicious day and I cannot do, or a cat has crossed my path and I have to come back and take a wash. These kind of things are like wrong belief systems which people have to challenge, think about again. And this is all, according to me, is what spirituality is all about. And not having blind faith in any isms or any soothsayer saying something and giving you false hopes, and you lose your sense of priority, sense of proportion, your own self-worth, your own positivity, etc. So basically, positivity is the key to most of the way in which we conduct our lives, or we should conduct our lives. Fortunately for me and for my elder brother, our father was so positive that we inherited that positivity from him, and we have that positivity has taken us all throughout our lives, and there are hardly any points where I think that I must have done something differently than how I have conducted my life. Thank you.